Hey guys, what's up? So I'm back with another video, and this one is going to help you start off your preparation for the November 2020 exams if you haven't still started. Yes, I know a lot of you are waiting for an auspicious time to come for, and August has already come. So 3 months are a good enough time for you to start off, and we have 90 days to go. So I'm not going to roll out a daily plan, that is for you to do, but I'm just going to help you with telling you what you're supposed to do in these 3 months. There are different categories of people taking up the November 2020 attempt. The ones who slated to write in May 20 for the first time but couldn't because the exam got cancelled, they are writing it for the first time in November 20. Usually the ones who are going to write for the first time, they are writing in November 2020. They already have a problem saying lot of coaching institutes have not yet finished their syllabuses, and the extended timelines are becoming a problem. I have addressed all that in this video. And also the ones who wrote for the last time in November 19 and couldn't clear, they're waiting for a long time to get an attempt to write again. So all of you who have done things in the past but are waiting for a good time to start off, this video is going to help you understand how you can break down the next 3 months or the next 90 days to be more precise and help you get a beginning. So let's get started. Okay, so let's proceed with this planning part, because most people don't take a pen and put it on their paper and start planning. They keep thinking that there is 3 months fully available, but then suddenly time will become short and they will realize in the late part of August or early September that you have too many things to do but very less time on hand. So don't do that mistake. For your November 2020 exams, counting from now, you have an absolute amount of 90 days. Now this I am giving a calendar count, but irrespective of 90 days, whenever you're watching this video, from there, if you're watching it as it's released, you will have 90 days. But anytime further when you're watching it also, I'm not a real fan of the days, hours and all that, and I don't say 16 hours a day makes sense and all. Please don't go by the count. Focus is what exactly matters. So how much focus do you bring on when you study to the table? That's what actually matters. So anyway, if you are well ahead and you're trying to understand this in the beginning perspective itself, we have 3 months here: August, September and October completely available. Now I want to phase it also in that manner so that we can do things respectively. Things become easy when you put it in a manner. Now I do understand coaching institutes across India were shut down for a month or so before they went on online classes or found out some mode. There was an intermediary gap between the closing of the institutes and restarting through online mode. So that time gap is there. So still many institutes haven't been able to finish their syllabus, and this is a pan-India problem. So yes, hopefully by end of August everybody's syllabuses will be done, so which should not be a worry. But depending on the timing that you're spending on your coaching classes, you should also plan your other part of preparation. So this August, for all those first timers who are still taking coaching, I obviously will give time for coaching because that is important. Plus, if you are able to pull out an extra 2 hours a day to just revise what is done in coaching, because now you can't have the luxury of redoing all of these at a later point in time. So what you need to do is, along with your coaching only, I know what I'm talking is a slight difficult task on you because you're staring at the devices for a long time a day, but right now we have no option. Okay, so pull these extra 2 hours and try to finish off whatever is happening in August with solid amount of confidence in August itself, so that you will have 2 full months for your revision. And also, if you can allocate more time other than attending classes, 2 hours plus, if you have extra time, then like everybody else, I'm going to suggest you to go back to the basics and start. Now, a lot of you might have attended group 1 long back and followed by group 2, or whichever order you guys are following. And then some of you here are those people who prepared for May 2020 exam, which was your first attempt, which was not there. Or some people are those people who have already written the exams in November 19 or before that and couldn't clear that time and are waiting to write. It's a right time for you to start off, guys. I'm telling you, because irrespective of you working in articleship, irrespective of you already being prepared, slowly start off, because it takes time to get and fall in groove. And now, due to also the rapid spread of COVID right now, you keep hearing so many news of cases in and around our areas. Okay, back in the lockdown it was not so much, but now it's rampant, and this can keep disturbing your mind. So I want you to take this extra time, though if you have already prepared it well, I want you to start at least start 2 hours 3 hours in a day. Those of you are well prepared. Those of you first timers, if coaching is already done, then you can solidly pull anything between 6 to 10 hours depending on your comfort, and then keep on increasing it as and when required. So this whole month of August, I am asking all those people to finish up their coaching promptly. Those people who took coaching long back but have forgotten things, have not had clarity in the past, this month is also a time for all of you guys to finish crash courses if available, quickly, just to refresh or anything. If you have still not taken coaching for any subject which was left out in the past, you want to take coaching for that now is the time. So finish the coaching, and if possible, pull out a little bit of time to revise whatever is happening then and there. You don't want to push yourself to do these things in September or October. So try and finish off maximum part of doing the syllabus for the first time in August itself, and then you can start. Those of you who have already completed that, start your revision time, because you guys can use all your extra time in writing more mock exams, maybe doing the RTPs of last 2 attempts. You can use all that extra time in that manner. By the time we reach September, everybody is put. If already one revision is done, it's good. This is the time where many people can start your second revision. Again, I am not counting it and saying that it has to be the second revision you should minimum do. I don't care. Even if you do one revision, do it properly. That's what matters. Okay. So I am talking because an attempt completely got vanished, right? So since many people would have revised it, that's why I'm giving this option of second revision for them. Otherwise, just start revision here. That itself will be a great deal. So if you are able to seize up everything in August, or if you are able to start revision itself by then, it will be even more fantastic. Okay. So mid-September is when those people who have already finished your rounds of revision should start your first mock. Sir, why so early? Yeah, this is for a simple reason that you have not been writing anything since a long time, because you skipped the whole May attempt. Now this first mock necessarily need not be for the first timers. You guys can take the mock in the first week of October, no tension on that. But if you are well prepared already, your coachings are done by August this time itself, then you guys can also try writing the mock in the third week of September, and also one more later in October. You can do that depending on your timelines. I do understand, now I might be sounding, too skeptical about these things, but a lot of you have not studied properly even for the May attempt owing to COVID. Okay, so consider this a fresh attempt. Forget what has happened in the past. If you have studied also, doesn't matter. Studied again, be more confident, because the mindset with which many people studied, it doesn't suit an exam like CA. We need thorough concentration. Many people didn't have that. So all those basic issues are there, and I want you to sort this in the next 1.5 months. So the next 45 days is for finishing coaching, doing your first rounds of revision, and if your first rounds of revision are done for majority of the people, you can by the third week of September take your first mocks. And by then I guess even the RTPs will be released. Those of you who are already comfortable with the syllabus, you can go for the May attempt RTP that was released but not used. You can go with those also. So this part of the time, that is mid-September time, should be, you should aim at your first mock plus solving RTPs and clearing out other things and mock papers, whatever come your way, you can try and deal with it. Now if institute doesn't release any mock papers by mid-September, you don't have to panic. Last 2 attempts, okay, the past 2 attempt papers are always good. That is more than enough. The past 2 attempt papers, right, they are always good enough to solve. You already have suggested answers available, you can go and check them out. Then whatever you are unable to deal with in your first mock or not able to solve in RTPs, or RTP sometimes will come with amendments and updations. You can even take a hold of those, because what I want you to do is, by the time we reach this first week of October, that's your third month of planning, we need to be very clear about what is that portion that has been very much completed and where we are very strong, and what are those loose ends that we have to tie up, because sometimes we think we know it, but only when we take a mock exam we'll get to have an understanding that we are not very good at it. So try and finish those loose ends and keep some time in October, the first week, or even probably I can say the first 10 days you can utilize for that. And then what I suggest you is, from the time between 10th to 20th of October, 10th to 20th of October, make your second mock. If this is the first time anybody has reached till this level where your revisions itself have taken this long, at least do one mock here, okay? If you are unable to do this as a second mock, don't worry, at least do the first mock there. But don't go to the exam without doing mock exams back home, because if you don't want to write many attempts further, write those many attempts back home, okay? The practice back home is very, very important. Now, how will you design a timetable per day? Now, that is very much an individual's choice. You need to try and understand when you wake up, when you sleep, a timeline for it. If you avoid distractions and how to control sleep, I've already put up in my self-improvement series videos. You can follow those things and you can obviously stay in touch. So, what I'm trying to tell you through this video is a complete understanding of how we got to look at our next 3 months. Is it achievable? Yes, very much. 3 months is a very good time to do 2 groups. And there are a lot of people who are writing 1 group. Now let me come to those people who are doing articleship. You can take your leave the last 1 month, or depending on whatever timeline you have. But if you are able to pull a little bit of time also in early September, that's when you guys have to start off. That's a good thing. If you are having all the time now, you can do that also. But don't go very slow and be very lazy. You want to give some time and do something else and get back to serious studies, because too slow is also too dangerous. You will never be serious and you will waste all the time. So if you have only 1 group to write, then possibly last week of August or early September is a good time to start off, and then proceed accordingly with the same plan, keeping the cutoff of second week of October to give a mock exam. I think that should help you doing whatever you're doing, and I think accordingly you can change your plans in the meanwhile, because sometimes things may not go as per what we want. So you have to have the room for change and the little bit of scope for improvement as well. So this is an overview, broad overview. I'm going to be there along with the next 3 months. A lot of revisions are going to come up. A lot of tips and tools are also going to come up through the channel. So stay tuned. And if you have exclusive points which you want to listen from us, and you want to have any insights on something, do let me know through the comment section, and I will try and put up videos on addressing those issues. So I'll see you in my next video, and if this has helped you kickstart, you know what you're supposed to do, and for your greater benefit of your friends and others, do share it. And of course, if you have not subscribed, you know what to do as well. I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye.